This is what happens when your husband's stupid.
Hey.
This is what happens when your husband's obsessed with mountain bike tires. And he's stupid.
Come on, man.
Okay, this time.
Just play it straight.
This is what happens when your husband's in the quest for the best mountain bike tires. And he's also dumb.
Look, I never claimed to be a great mountain biker, but I do get out twice a week, and when you're zooming along single track in Southern California, especially when one side of the mountain is a cliff, you start thinking to yourself, wow, I hope these tires have grip. Now, let's be honest, most of the fails we see on a daily basis are rider error. Typical mistakes we just continue to make until they are unlearned. But for new guys like me, sometimes it's just easier to blame the tires.
All right, no problem. No problems.
And that is how you end up with all of this. Now listen, I understand that mountain bike tires are a matter of personal preference, and I am not going to tell you what you have to put on your bike, and I'm not going to say somebody else's opinion is wrong. I am going to tell you why I put a certain pair of tires on my bike and why I believe they are absolutely, hands down, the tire that should be on your mountain bike, especially if you have an e-bike. Now, my 2021 Orbea Wild came stock with a DHR2 on the front and on the rear. Now, some of you might be saying, why would it be on the front? Because generally that's a rear tire, and I kind of said the same thing. Well, I didn't like how it felt. I did not like how it behaved on the trail, and especially I did not like how it cornered. So I decided I was going to try something new. So I went to a high roller, I did a DHF, and after, a few rides here and there, I decided I wasn't happy with any of them. Now, the closest to what I liked was a DHF. I had it on the front and on the rear, and I loved how it performed, except I felt like it just slid out from me a little bit too much. So finally I went to the tire that I will only have on my bike until they invent something amazing, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. Now, keep in mind, I have an e-bike, so, rolling resistance doesn't matter to me. I'm just looking for pure grip. And, if you're shredding trails at Whistler Bike Park, maybe this isn't the video for you. I want to talk to you guys out there who are looking just for a perfect set it and forget it tire that you're never going to regret buying. Well, the tires are here. Paulina's gonna kill me. And by the way, why do they leave stuff in the middle of the entire walkway, like an advertisement, please come steal my stuff? Let's go back to the crash. It wasn't so much that the tires failed, but the Minion DHFs that were on the bike have a large float zone, and you really need to lean the bike over to get them to engage. The result is slide. In reality, I panicked and steered away from the cliff and into the hill. But I was done. So I picked up these, the Maxxis Assegai. With these tires, Maxxis was looking for grip, and lots of it. The tire was designed for downhill World Cup racing, and traction is what it's designed to do. The only problem was getting it by Paulina, because at this point, 5 sets of tires later, she was done. The way I look at it is, if you're gonna spend $8,000 on a bike, you gotta have what's gonna make you happy, right? Well, Paulina is not happy with me, but actually, watch this, watch. Hey, you wanna help me with my tires?
You can stick your tires up your ass. First of all, if you want to mess around with so many tires, you should start by knowing how to pronounce the tires.
It's Assegai, I think.
All right, so how are we setting this up?
Just, I need you like in the middle of the thing next to the bike, and we're gonna do the intro.
Okay, but seriously though, I think it's Assegai.
Okay, Google, how do you spell A-S-S-E-G-A-I?
Assegai is spelled A-S-S.
Assegai.
Well, one thing I can tell you is that these tires bite. And you don't have to lean way over. They just bite. Switchbacks, no problem. I was a little worried about the EXO casing because of all those rocks, but I mean, it held up fine this time. No question. Head and shoulders above the DHF as far as grip and control. Not that the DHF is bad, the DHF is great. If you want to slip and slide, and I know most of the classic mountain bikers want to, but for me, it's not what I'm looking for.
The grip from these tires is immediately noticeable. Cornering on all types of terrain is solid, and you'll find that you're more willing to push the limits of your bike because of the confidence that it inspires. I found the tires to be just as stable as the trail-proven DHF with the benefits of increased traction.
I got worried I got too far ahead of you there. I just saw the same squirrel running across that we had before. What are you looking at? There's nothing there. That's nothing. One of these days, you know we're going to see a rattlesnake, right?
If you're riding an electric mountain bike like I am, and yes, I know, that makes all of us horrible subhuman monsters, but if you are part of that club, you simply can't go wrong with an Assegai tire. I'll tell you right now, don't be afraid to get a little crazy and put them on the front and on the rear. No, this tire isn't made for rolling resistance, but it brakes like a champ. As the electric mountain bike industry adds bigger and bigger batteries in a quest for more and more distance, I'd offer a counterpoint. Does it really matter that much what the difference in rolling resistance will be from something like the Maxxis Assegai? If what you want is a good long day on the trail and the confidence that comes from knowing you have the best grip on the market, trust me, put these tires on your e-bike and enjoy the ride.